Day 45, 3 eggs, sausage, leftover pancakes, protein coffee, no walk. I don't even know if I'll do it later because the Canadian wildfire smoke is so bad that it's actually raining a little bit of ashes from the sky, and I don't want to be breathing that in. When you're on a walk that's an hour long, you naturally breathe heavier and you take more breaths, especially when it's hot. And I don't want that shit in my lungs. I already don't trust the powers that be. And this happens every year up here, so I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years, a bunch of Upper Peninsula residents will have some sort of mystery illness, cancer, or lung problems. Instead, I did just go ahead and get my day started in the garage already. And then I started my lasers, came in here and started breakfast. The walks are my way of staying grounded throughout the day. And I probably won't walk tomorrow either. It looks pretty terrible out there. You can see the smoke above the trees. So I guess I could attempt to use the treadmill in the basement, but the basement's kind of dingy smelling because it's been so hot and humid. Yesterday, I received some news that there was a potential large leak for some excessive water usage at my commercial property in Escanaba, and that fucking sent me spiraling yesterday. So even though I went on a walk, there are still things that will just make you just start spiraling because it's just one thing after another lately. And I see that actually with a lot of other people. Everybody seems to have one thing after the other going on in a negative way. Like, can we all get some light? Can we all get some of that light? But luckily for me, it turned out to be just a running toilet. Just a running toilet. I turned it off. I turned the water valve off to it. But it did put a damper in my day. I did have to stop working. I had to hurry up and do what I was doing so that I could make the half-hour drive into town and half-hour drive back and then run errands while I was in town. So it kind of put a big dagger in my day. More so mentally, like the thoughts that went through my head. I'll tell you what. I'm ready for this next chapter. I still don't know what the next chapter looks like, but damn, I'm ready to start the next chapter and stop going through this really hard one, because mentally, damn, man, how do people do this? How do people do that? How do you get through hard times? How do you get through uncertain times? I think that's the hardest part. It's not like the next chapter. It's the uncertainty you live in the meantime. The uncertainty is the hardest part, just like yesterday with that water leak notice. Like the uncertainty, the not knowing what it was, and potentially having a large giant plumbing bill on my hands to have to stop an emergency leak was terrifying to me. You know, it turned out just to be a toilet. But uncertainty, I could not just sit in that garage and continue my day as if nothing was happening. I needed to know to stop the spiraling. I don't know, like, I guess that's just the human condition, right? It's just the human condition. These are the days we're being tested, that's for sure. These are the days that I see other people are being tested. I feel like a lot of people are being tested right now. I don't know. Maybe there's something more going on in the world than we know. Anyway, that's day 45, and I didn't get to go on a walk before this talk, or walk and talk at the same time. It's just breakfast. So I'll see you tomorrow, day 46, probably the same situation.